Hi there, it's Jason from Athletic Apparel. I'm phoning up to do the interview for the marketing executive job, if that's all right. Okay, excellent stuff. Brilliant, brilliant. Glad to have got through. I know we did say 2 o'clock and it's 2 o'clock now, but can I just check? Is it okay to talk right now? And you're free before we make a start? Yeah, this shouldn't take too long, but just wanted, so now is a good time. We're okay. Excellent. Okay, so I've got all your information in front of me. I've got your resume and everything like that. I should have everything we need. Before we start, I just want to check, do you prefer being called Joseph or Joe? Uh-huh. Okay, right. Okay, Stephen, let's make a start then. Just let me grab your papers together. I've got the wrong resume. It's that one. Give me that one. Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. So I guess the first question is, what brought you to this interview today? What has brought you here today? No, no, no. I know you're at home. No, I realize because obviously I'm phoning you. No, I mean as in more like sort of in a sort of general sense. In life, what has brought you to apply for this role at Athletic Apparel? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you lost your previous job. Absolutely. Okay. Can I just ask? Sorry, Joe, Stephen. Sorry. Can I just ask? It's quite noisy where you are. Is it possible to just turn down the TV or the music, whichever it is in the background? Yes. Sorry. Yes. 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 If your wife could just sing slightly quieter than she is. No. No. You're right. Sorry. No. Yes. If you could just move further away, that would be much better. Brilliant. We don't want to stop her singing, do we? We don't want to stop her singing in the same room you're doing the job interview in. Brilliant. Your wife's got a beautiful singing voice, I should say, but obviously just a little bit too close. Okay, right. That's better. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So you just mentioned there that you lost your previous job, and then basically, Joe, Stephen, you then which job was that? Your previous job? Yes. Okay. So what was your previous job? Okay. Right. Okay. So not that similar to this role, but still no. But I just want to circle back round to that question. Why did you lose your job? What happened to cause your job to end? Because you had a job and then you didn't have a job. What was the thing in between that caused that to happen? Okay, so both parties parted amicably, right? And sorry, how are we defining amicably, if we don't mind me asking? Okay, right. Okay, so listen, I'm sorry if I'm a bit of a broken record here. I'm just trying to dig down a little bit deeper and work out what precisely we mean when we're saying your previous job ended. Okay, right. Neither party was happy with the arrangement going forward. Right. Okay, we're sort of moving forward and one step. I'm not sure we're quite getting anywhere with that, so we'll put a pin in that, shall we? And we'll circle back round to that later. But we are going to have to circle back round to that because I do feel like that's a question that needs answering. But we'll move on for now. So what can we talk about? Let's talk about what this role involves and the strengths you're going to bring to this role if you're successful with this application. So what I'd like to talk about specifically is this role is about promoting our brand, getting our name out there, letting people understand that Athletic Apparel is a really strong producer, a really strong brand of sport clothing that is absolutely worth buying. Maybe we haven't got the presence of the big names out there, your Adidas and your Nike, but we want you to be part of a team that's going to do something about that in the long run. So, what do you think you could bring to this role as a marketing executive? Right, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. No, we want you to market the shit out of things. No, if I could say hand on heart that all my existing marketing staff market the shit out of stuff, well, I'd be a happy man. I mean, my initial response would be yes, that's a good thing. Yes, absolutely. But in more specific terms, what do you think we'd be talking about? I'm just yeah, I'm just going to stop you there for a second, Joe, Stephen. There's a terrible echo where we are. I don't know. We're out in the hall, are we? Can we maybe just try and go somewhere with a little bit less of an echo? Because I'm kind of hearing your voice a second after you've said it, and it's very hard to hear. So we could just come out of the hallway. Absolutely, yeah. No, no, not in there. Your wife's still singing so loud. She's still singing. No, not in there. Maybe is there somewhere where we haven't got an echo? Or someone else in the room who's singing. That would be wonderful. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Right, right. Okay, much better. Right, I confess I've lost track slightly. I'm just looking at my notes, working out where we were. Marketing the shit out of things, weren't we? Right. Yes. So again, can we just try and get a little bit more specific about what you think you personally would want to bring to the marketing team in terms of how would you promote us? No, no, we're a sportswear firm. That's right. Clothing, sportswear, clothing to wear whilst yes, whilst partaking in sport. Yes, a clothing firm for people who are doing sport. Yes. Okay, so we've covered that. That's sort of base number one covered. Now you've got all the crucial in-depth information about what we do. How would you market that? So what 1%? What no, yeah, 1%, one really 1%. Yes, you are going to have to plug that in then, aren't you? Because that's not going to make it. You're going to need a charger. Okay, yes. So no, you get that plugged in. Absolutely. No, no. Time is of the essence. It sounds like. So okay, yes. No, you've got the chart. No, no, no. Let's not plug it. Let's not plug it in there, Joe. Stephen. No, yes, because wife is still singing away, isn't she? Okay, yes. Let's find another room. Okay, yes. No, no. Maybe not there. Are we back in the hall again? We are because the echo does seem to be back. Yeah, the first two plugs you've gone to there aren't really working. Is there another place in the house that we can go to? Yes, because I'm conscious you're on 1% and time is of the essence. The kitchen, brilliant, perfect. Brilliant stuff. No, no one's singing in there, are they? No. And no echoes. Brilliant. Winner, winner. Brilliant stuff. So what? No. No, a drink. No, I tea. Oh, right. Sorry, no, you're talking to someone else, aren't you? So there's someone else in there, is there? Okay. Well, at least they're not singing. Maybe can we just set aside their hot drink requirements for just a few minutes, Joe? I'm sure, Stephen. I'm sure they'll last. Let's just set those aside for a couple of minutes. I do apologise, Stephen. 1 second. Someone's just trying to attract my attention with what I think is a pretty urgent memo. What's his fucking resume gone? I've got I'm calling him Joe and his name's Stephen. He's that guy that Lucy's fella recommended. I thought I was speaking to a 58-year-old man. This guy's got the capacity of a 12-year-old trying to get a paper round. Oh, no, yeah, no, he's Lucy's bloody other half's friend. Right, okay, hang on. Sorry, yes, yes, here we go. Stephen, sorry, yeah, that really urgent matter came in. Just had to deal with that. Apologies. Yeah, very rude of me. Sorry. So the phone is plugged in. Brilliant. We're up to 2 already, are we? Brilliant. Okay, so let's set that aside and let's go back to marketing. So we'd established that you'd push hard on marketing, I think is the way I'm going to put it. And now you've got that better familiarity with the sort of nuanced details of what it is we do, that we make clothes for people while they're doing sport. How would you market that specifically? Okay, yeah, absolutely. It's yes, 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 absolutely yes. No, I think that's interesting, but I confess I was only catching every second word there. Your signal has gone a little bit shaky. I may, have a sneaking suspicion that only hearing half the words would still be enough, but we might need to do something about that. Yes. Okay. So market. Yes, market the shit out of that. Yes, we've got that. Social media, promote us. So market us on social media. Is that right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe if we just move a little bit closer to the window to get that signal back. No, no, not that window. That one seems to be near another window. I can hear your wife again. A beautiful voice of your wife is coming through loud and clear on that window. Maybe is there a back door or something? A back door. Perfect. Perfect. Let's start talking at the back door. Okay. So tell you what. Let's pause for a moment. Maybe I should tell you a little bit more about the role, and that might help. So the role of a marketing executive is more than just someone who promotes the company. It's not about going around sort of banging a drum, as it were. This is more about someone who's part of a dynamic team that has a sort of creativity constantly on the go, coming up with new ideas, understanding the spirit, the mission, the passions of what we're about, whilst at the same time understanding who our audience is. And then bringing all those things together. You're going to put all those factors together into a sort of pot, as it were, mix it all together and cook up something really exciting. And you, as part of that team, would be coming up with marketing content that fits in with the existing marketing strategy that ties all that together. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. No, the drum is metaphorical. The drum is not a real drum. Yeah, we know we don't have an actual. Yeah, the pan. Yes, the pan is too. Yes, both the drum and the pan are metaphorical. But in the real process, the non-metaphorical process, what would you see your role being? Yes, I mean absolutely. I mean, so we've covered someone's banging a drum, but we've established you can't actually bang the drum. So how would your drum banging manifest itself? Making it abundantly clear that there obviously is no actual drum. Yes, it's just a metaphor. Absolutely. Yes. Well, no, quite. No, yes, not an allegory. No, I think it is a metaphor. He's just debating the difference between an allegory and a fucking metaphor. No, yeah, well, either way. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so sorry, just a quick question. Are you on speakerphone? Sorry, Joe. Are you on speak, Stephen? Are you on speakerphone? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's just your friend in the background or whoever that is talking away. Can't quite hear just you on your own. Okay, we come back off speakerphone. No, I realise that the phone's plugged in on one side of the kitchen and the kettle might be on another. And that is obviously a bit of an issue. But maybe, like I said, we could just put a pin in the hot drinks and circle back around to them after the interview. Yeah, okay, brilliant, brilliant. Or maybe a friend could do it. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So listen, let's talk about your experience. What marketing work have you done before? Yeah, in previous roles before your last one. Work for Apple. Crikey, crikey, that is exciting. Absolutely. What? Right. So what did you do at Apple? So you sold phones in one of the shops. Oh, okay. Well, I suppose that is a sort of marketing job, isn't it? Because you had to constantly convince people that a certain phone was the right one for them. Absolutely. And then Apple phones aren't always the cheapest, so you had to convince them it's worth spending the extra money on compared to another phone. Absolutely. Yeah, I suppose it's kind of like marketing, isn't it? Yes. No, it is sales. It is sales. No, you're right. It is sales, but I mean, it has marketing elements, doesn't it? I meant in a sort of more of an abstract sense. You obviously got to come up with a way on the spot to promote the product and make it appeal. Yes, and no, that is sales. No, you're right. No, yes, just one moment, please. Little fucker's got me there. Yeah, no, you're absolutely so. Back. You're absolutely right. Yes. I meant more you sort of have to create content in that conversation where you find a way to make that product perfect for the person in the store. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So we've covered that in terms of sales experience. Uh, what other professional experience have you got? We've spoken about previous job. We've sort of circled around that it ended. What was? Tell me more about what that previous job was. Okay, okay. And how long how long were you at Mega Battle Paintball? Okay. And what was your role at Mega Battle Paintball? Capture the flag, Marshal. Okay. Tell me about that. Tell me about your paintballing experience. Okay. Fuck. Now he's going to go on and on about this. Listen to him go on about paintballing now. I didn't want to interview him. No. Lucy's other half. Apparently Lucy in accounts. Her husband's best friends with this nutter. Absolutely. No. Her other half. You've seen him. He always wears a collared shirt and wears a really smart jumper. He's a member of a David Lloyd. Yeah, he goes to David Lloyd clubs. So I thought anyone he recommended would be like that. No, absolutely. But instead, I've got this guy who's like the role model to go on the front of an app about a skateboarding graffiti artist. Oh my God, he's still talking. I have no idea what he's been saying. He's still talking about paintballing. And I haven't listened to a word. How am I going to make something up at the end of this? I refuse to be the person who sounds like an idiot in this conversation. He's doing that, not me. Right, okay, listen, it's all right. I'll just listen to whatever he says at the end and then make it all about that. Okay. No, of course. Yes. Right. No, absolutely. I suppose once they told him he'd have to lose the eye, his life would change, wouldn't it? No, it's a sobering thought. Sobering thought. I suppose that's why you're meant to be wearing the goggles. And I mean, They're there to protect the eyes. So did he get his eyesight back? No, 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 he didn't. Okay. So the thing that I'm taking from that experience, Stephen, I apologize. These memos keep coming in thick and fast. There's another one now. Just 1 second, Stephen. I do apologize. Yeah, 1 second. They're waving at me frantically like it's a really urgent message. Okay. Jesus Christ, the only thing I heard was about someone getting shot in the eye and going blind. I can't talk about that. Okay. No, I know. No, I'll say the same thing I always do. I'm back. I'm back. Stephen, I'm back. Thank you. Okay, apologies for that. Based on what you said, I was listening intently to that, and that was a really, really interesting summary of your experience. And for me, the one thing that stood out, and it stood out above all else, I just want to say that, what was very clear was your dedication. No, absolutely. Your dedication. What I was listening to, the passion with which you spoke about the subject really brought across and brought to life your dedication that you had for that role. And that's really impressed me today, Stephen. It really has. So I want to thank you for that answer. Now, if you don't mind at this point, I just want to circle back round to the very beginning. If you remember, we sort of went round as to how your previous job ended and we sort of touched upon it. And you mentioned some issues, an amicable parting, but both parties decided it wasn't working out. But we never actually got to the why part of it. Do you mind if I ask specifically how that came about? So what happened? Right, so there was a point where you had a job and there was a point where you didn't have a job. What was the thing that happened in between? It was right. Okay. Oh no. Oh right. Okay. No. Oh no. I suppose so. No. 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 If you remove a customer's eye, that's going to do it, isn't it? I would imagine so. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, Joe. That would Stephen. I'm not going to lie to you. We would probably take a similar approach if that happened here. I mean, I don't think we actually have it covered in the employee handbook, but sort of limb and eye removal of customers, yeah, that's going to get the job done, isn't it? But these things happen, Joe. Stephen. Yes, these things happen. Listen, I think at this point I've got everything I need, and I just want to take a moment to say this has been a brilliant interview. You have interviewed well, and believe me, I do not say that to every single person I interview. I know it sounds cliche, the kind of thing I say every time, but it's not the case. You've performed strongly there, Stephen. If you'll forgive me for saying we've still got a couple more people to interview, I mean, just a couple more. And I want to say at this point, you're definitely a strong candidate. And we are delighted that Lisa, our colleague, our valued colleague here, indirectly put you in our direction and sent you our way. I will certainly be having words with Lisa later to talk to her about how that came about. Absolutely. But what I would say is that the next candidate is going to have to interview pretty strongly to trump what I've heard here today. So fingers crossed, I will be back in touch to let you know how it works out. But thank you ever so much for your time today. And, best of luck with your future endeavors, Joe. Thank you ever so much for the time on the interview today. Thank you. Bye-bye.